The man who was said that the sugar industry will close over his dead body. He ain't dead yet. The sugar industry closed. 968 persons benefited. We came in, and less than a year, we distributed over $16 million for 2,000 plus former sugar workers and their families. Class is class. We're better than all the rest. God bless my little nations, and you know it that it would have been impossible. That is what we are. Simply the best for St. Kitts and Nevis. If the man that was in government, you couldn't have Premier Brantley, Premier Amri before him, Eric Evelyn, Alexis Jefferson. The relationship between the federal government and Nevis is at the best it has ever been. Not perfect, but at its best. I recall it was on a Wednesday that the man that was and the father of Conwys Maynard took the decision at National Bank to bounce the check of the employees of the NIA, created a night crisis in the island of Nevis. And we have moved from that calamity to all the leaders now saying, Lord, it is the best that they have had in their relationship. You, the people, made it happen. Give yourselves a round of applause and recommit to vote for Team Unity again. Yes, it's about fairness, and it's about justice, and it's about understanding the time, the past or the future. We are offering you a future where you could feel stronger and safer, where you will be better off, where there is a home for you, where we will cater to the needs of the young men in our housing build-out, and we will cater to the needs of our women folk. Last night, we told you that the majority of homes that we have built had been distributed to the females. Nothing wrong with that, mark you. Glad for them. In fact, I'd be there giving out the keys. They hug me up, they squeeze me up. It feels nice. It's a good thing to be helping people. But we also recognize, and that is why Eugene Hamilton, God bless him, and when the elections are called, I am appealing to everyone in St. Christopher 8 to make sure you give Eugene Hamilton another start as a representative of number 8. He don't make a lot of noise. But one thing I know about Eugene Hamilton, he's organized and he's disciplined. And it's for the good of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. He will not go to China and do no deal with no rapid testing kit, giving you false result, messing up people's life. He will do that to the people of St. Christopher 8. You have an honest man, not a man in no gimmicks, not a man who's styling himself after a leader whose time has gone, lacks credibility. And that is why I know Hamilton gone trouble us. I hear them say that some people are come out. Why make them not go back in? They're not going to make the difference. They will not make any difference. The die has been cast in favor of a stronger and safer future. We will not let them rob us of our joy. No, we will not. We know what it was before Team Unity, and we are happy to have a government such as the one that we voted for. And you know what is the problem? Some of them believe they X bigger than everybody else X. So if they ain't get $5 million off the cruise fare, they vex. You could see it on the chest, you could see it in their face. Some of them believe their X is bigger than yours. So you don't allow them to draw money from the NHC, draw money from the Ministry of Agriculture and Housing for the same job, double dipping. They vex. They vex. But they can't do nothing because nobody gonna hit her with us. I play crazy. No crazy man gonna hit us first up here. And so I say to the people, don't get caught up with the noise and the distraction. It doesn't make sense. The government will not be able to satisfy every individual. But the government is satisfying the largest majority of persons. And that is why I say Myla Box will always be my friend. I don't agree with everything Myla Box says and he does. But you can't fault a man for his own imperfection. Myla Box, I tell him, you're too stubborn, you don't listen. But that's him. I'm not going to let that spoil the friendship. And that is the same analogy. Because the government ain't give you this. Well, what about all those thousands of people the government assisting with the $500 every month? Never before happened. That must count for something too. What about the 2,000 plus people who for the first time get a proper housing in Central, in East, in 4, in 5, in 6, in 7, in 8? And over elsewhere on the island of Nevis. What about them? So it's only about you. What about the brand nice road that we are building from Bastia through and through the country? That doesn't count for you. No. Because it's only about you. Well, are you one in the world? It's only about you. No, it should not be. Never see that happen. The last time a road resurfacing program started was in 1993 under Dr. Simmons. 12 years after at most. We should have got it right, Patches? We should have restarted it. It didn't happen for 20 years. It's happening now. And when I drive through Sadler's and Parsons and St. Paul's even, I say Team Unity really is a blessed government making a difference everywhere, regardless of the politics. What you said? No difference between town and country. You better come talk, you'll make a lot of sense. No difference between the country and the town. Look at the houses in Kearn. Look at the fact that for many years they had no access to cable services. It is Eugene Hamilton under Team Unity government who went forward as Jonel has come forward to the government and other entities, made representation. And now, where we call over the Adrian. Over at Kearn by Brighton, the Cabbage Tree. Yes. They're now outfitted. Thanks to Eugene Hamilton. Give Mr. Hamilton a round of applause. There's a lot of things about which we are very pleased. And the country is very pleased. And you know, real honest people would say, performance-wise, Lord, they can't go with Team Unity. Over 3,000 people we touch with a home. Some directly to the NHC program. Over 4,000 built, 75 in Central Bastia alone. A health program to help people get rid of the pit latrine, do repairs, hundreds of people help in that regard. When the hurricanes came, not for the first time, but for the first time in our history, a government responded like the Team Unity government has done. Over 2,000 people from Alice Pemberton, not Pemberton she is, Central Bastille. She calls in every radio station, Lord, as I love her. And one thing she will organize. It seems she don't got the paper, but she reading real nice. We're proud of those people. We're proud of people like Mr. Politics and Mr. Culture, who have lived through several governments and have brought their own objective judgment and said, listen, can't fault the government and performance. We are performing not for ourselves, but for you. When the Ministry of Education comes up with a plan and say all those children who are at home now, we're buying and making available free ICT devices, 2,000 of them. When the Deputy Prime Minister speaks of the fact we have gone so far as attempting to get electricity connected for those who had no electricity. We are paying the internet bill for those families who are without it. Which government before us would have gone so far to assist the people? Give your government a round of applause.
Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river. Blessing off a flow like a river.
In good times and bad times, Jonel said, this government has been there for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. We have been there carefully managing the COVID-19 situation. Our performance has been so good when you look to see all the drama in England. Boris Johnson himself got infected with it. He came out and it's looked like the honeymoon gone. You hear people say, Boris Johnson confusing them. He locking up, he opening up, he locking out the hospitals and them. You see what is happening in Italy. You see what is happening in Spain. You see what is happening in America. And you say, thank God for St. Kitts and Nevis. We are moving forward. 15 cases recovered. No deaths. No admissions to our hospitals. All that because we planned early. And we planned carefully. And we had the resources to order our ventilators, to order our nebulizers, to order 2 brand new ambulances, to stock up our assets, to prepare for the war. We began our public education program. We put in place our daily briefing for transparency. Every country asks how we do it. I get a nice interview on BBC. Me never know, so BBC don't look. They ask you the question, and they're ready for you. And they give you one more very quickly. It's not like here's a little surprise. And what was amazing, the kind of positive attention our country got from those BBC interviews. The landscape of St. Kitts and Nevis so beautifully adorned. We know that when the world is ready for tourism, they will come knocking at St. Kitts and Nevis' door, thanks to the effort of the Honorable Lindsey Grant and our Team Unity administration. Let us not gamble with that future. BBC came, and it was such a hit that Sky News came. You see boat? Me see boat afterwards. For me was in the interview. You can't be in an interview and watch what go on. But you get all the feedback. People call from England and America. They felt so proud that this, our smallest country in the world, in our hemisphere, was being showcased. Well, Lindsay told me, Prime Minister, you see for that publicity there, our budget couldn't buy that. Couldn't buy that. But I commended the people because it is by your proper behavior, You are adhering by the regulations. You obeying the instruction of our police and security forces that help us calm the waters. Where did those cases come from? They went to America. They come back and people catch it. And that is why very early we had determined that we will close our borders. Boy, you see them people out there, those group of complainers. When we close the borders, they say, open it up. When the border was open, why they don't close it? Shut it down, shut it down, shut it down, said Kwesi Aywa. Shut it down. And somebody had to go and explain to Aywa, well, when you close it down, absolutely, well, how the cargo going to come in to feed our people? What if there's an emergency? How will you deal with the medical emergency? You have to allow that prerogative to reside in the Air and Seaport Authority. So said, we follow the advice of the people. And our borders remain closed, as they are closed elsewhere. Some people want to create mischief. They're telling people, come in a crowd. Come to St. Kitts. They're telling people, oh, no matter, you could come in. It doesn't matter if you got COVID. And we say, no. Order and good behavior. The people in St. Kitts and Nevis under Team Unity government will never be exposed to danger. And that is why we took the wise decision being preferred by the health and other officials. Keep our borders closed. Where are the hotspots now? New York, New Jersey, Florida. So why is it we are going to open up our borders and expose those of us who are here to danger? This pandemic is a dangerous pandemic. Killed hundreds of thousands of people. Wherever our citizens are, we want them to be safe. We say abide by the rules in the land in which you live. Pray to God that nothing goes wrong. That is why when the students asked for support, we provided the support. We went into our funds, found $83,000 US, over $250,000, and we say we will help you. We had some special cases, but we can't afford. You know, when people in quarantine, we don't have no quarantine, you know. The government has to take your tax dollars, pay to put people in a hotel to protect you from the danger. Feed and take care of them. Those are expenses which ultimately add up over a 14-day period. We have to be wise. And so we are saying, let us keep the country safe. There's no anxiety to bring hundreds of people into the country from any area which is a hot spot. When the cruise ship came in, down there in Bastia, with persons on it from who had, they had entered on the port in Italy. We had that conversation. We said the health of our people come first. They said, well, we went to Antigua. We say Antigua over there. This is St. Kitts and Nevis. We put pride of place on the health of our people. We can't let you all come off. They had their big men and big women. They call us. We were in the cabinet. Put you the call. Put you the call. Oh, we were over in Antigua. We want to come to St. Kitts. And we don't understand. But we try to help them understand. You understand? And we had two doctors in the room. Dr. Wilkerson and the CMO. Well, it was three. Dr. Liddy, She was also there. And they told them, this is what the science says. We are taking the precaution. We have to protect those who are here first. And we took that decision when some other countries were saying, we're not close no border. You heard them? They can't take the risk. And I keep saying to people, you got to get the priority right. The health come first. Because when the opposition was making noise, every time a cruise ship canceled, Lord Lindsay grand fault. And they tried to store up, this is something happened all the way in China, nothing to do with us. And every time a cruise line didn't come, they made a story, sent it around the world, as if it's our fault. And we are trying to protect the people. And some people didn't understand they could make $1. What is the sense to make $1? And then you have to spend thousands of dollars for your own health. And if you get it in a severe way, you will ultimately die. It is not worth it. And that is why we say that the health of our country will always come first. So I say to those who are concerned about the way, the policy has not changed. The policy is determined by the advice of the health professionals. And our first job is to keep you here safe. We are doing it out of love. We are doing it out of caring. We are doing it because it is a sensible thing to do. And that is why you must hold the faith with team unity. Because if it was another government, things would have fallen apart. They couldn't keep it. If it was another government, from all them I do. You hear social distancing. Lord, the one got a motorcade over frigate women and what happened over there. Keep still, man. Don't tempt fate. You have a time to go to pay your respect to the dead and the national leadership. Follow the leader, follow the leader, follow the leader. What? Don't make sense with those behavior. You need calm, disciplined leadership. And you have been getting that from the Team Unity administration. I want to close by saying to the people of St. Kitts, as a team, we are honored for the opportunity that you, the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, gave us to serve you. We have done all that we have done in your name. Crime, it was a problem. Lord, if Starshield was here, rat-a-tat-a-tat, that done with. Socrates, a good thing you're all here. Good thing you're all here. I was testing you all, the Team Unity people, bright, and the talk quick. So thank you. That is now off. That is a tribute to all of us who have been encouraging people to a disciplined way of living, who have given support to the initiative, because before Team Unity, nothing worked. And at least we now have something that is working. Let the good times roll with a Team Unity government. To those of you in Central Bastia and in East Bastia who said, Lord, you have done such a wonderful job with the housing relief program. Give us some relief. I said, yes, we will. COVID-19 put a pause on almost everything. We are now opening up slowly and surely and safely, and we will resume. So those who are qualified, who have not yet received, you certainly will. Give us your support on the 5th of June, and we shall continue our plan to make St. Kitts stronger and safer. We will continue our plan to create more jobs. When COVID hit us, the Social Security record showed that 26,000 plus people were at work in St. Kitts and Nevis. The largest number in a long time. You know that we have performed. You know that it's been about you. When we take up the money spent on our students, it's about enhancing the quality of life for the family. When we gave out all those concessions to small businesses, it was about improving your quality of life. We say to you, you have much to be grateful about. And if we did so much in our first term, when many on the team were inexperienced about government, look what an achievement Lindsey Grant did. The best minister of tourism we have had in this country. Look what transformation the Deputy PM has brought to education. Let's give our Deputy Prime Minister a round of applause for the development in education, in sports, the lighting up challenges. Is Virtuals? Well, Sandy Point get a lot of lights, don't they always, right? Sandy Point, Tabernacle, Keon. We're not discriminating. We are helping to enrich the lives of everybody. And all we are asking on the 5th June, one clear choice. One clear choice, Team Unity. Team Unity. In number 1, Ian Patches Liebert. In number 2, Ambassador Jonel Powell. In number 3, Akila Byron Nesbitt. In number 4, Grant for sure. In number 5, no gimmicks, no tricks, the Honorable Sean Richards. In number 6, Kevin Williams. In number 8, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton. And in number 7, Harris again. Now be aware of the deception. In number Nevis 11 and Nevis 10 and Nevis 9, the Team Unity candidates must be the choice. There are going to be some people who want to create division. Because if they could turn you against one of the candidates, they will turn you against all. Be mindful. When they say don't vote for such and so, they could do that if they ain't want to. But you must make sure you vote to keep your government intact. Because you see, if they persuade you not to vote for your candidate in number 7, for example, and they can't stop me, that's what got them going. And they persuade you not to vote for somebody in 4, and not to vote for somebody in 5. They are taking your government away from you. That is what they are doing. You have to ensure that we stick together as one team. Defend each one. Support everyone. Because together we constitute the team. We constitute the team. And that is how we have to approach an election if we are serious. You can't start conceding any seat. If you start conceding one, you may end up losing the government. Put in the work. Put in the hard work to ensure that your representative is returned. And on the 6th of June, we will have a wonderful, wonderful celebration. One in church, one out of church. Virtual. Lord, you all like the virtual things, why? So we can do it virtual as long as it's necessary. Thank you, St. Kitts and Nevis, for your vote of confidence in this government. God put us up for such a time like this. No one anticipated we will have a pandemic in this century. No one anticipated that St. Kitts and Nevis, the smallest country, will become the model of the best managed state in the world. That is now what we are because of you. So thank you very much. I look forward to that sweet victory when we shall bring in the Honorable Jonel Powell as the new representative of number 2. I look forward to the sweet victory when we shall bring in Senator Keela Byron as the new rep for number 3. I look forward to that sweet victory when we spring a surprise in number 6 and return Kevin Williams as the new candidate. I look forward to having Alexis Jeffers as a new member of the Federal Parliament. I look forward to having the Honorable Eric Evelyn as a member there. And of course, Wayne, who we have here, we will bring them all in. God bless you. Thank you very much. Onward to victory, a stronger and safer St. Kitts Nevis for all of us. I love you. Thank you.
Everything when me I do about you. Unstoppable. You know see me unstoppable. You want me now make it well. How come everything when me I do about you?
I know one of the best small island independent states in the world. The last 5 years have seen so much for the people of Central Bastia and this country on a whole. I can't wait to see another term of unity.
To see my people looking for the family.
West Bastia deserves representation that puts the people of West Bastia first.
My only goal right now is to fight for the people of constituency number 4 and bring home the state.
Look how the place full of us again. Look how the place full of energy.
This government has performed on behalf of the people of Sandy Point.
From in a different community, life on a game, me no want be enemy.
It is very clear we have a caring government which have the interests of our people first.
Choose hope over despair. Choose unity over division.
Look how the nation is on the rise. Look how the place just full of vibes. East and west have to civilize. Our twin federation is on the rise.
That as Prime Minister, I am satisfied that when you voted and you gave Team Unity the opportunity to serve you, you made the best choice for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Look at me for link with me brother them. From in a different community. Life on a game, me no want be enemy. Peace don't exist in violent heart. And it does not mean to be in a society where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work, but to be in the midst of it with a calm heart. Let's show some love and be free.
We want to thank those in virtual land, those by Zoom, those by YouTube, those by Facebook, by Channel 95, on Win FM, on Freedom, and the other radio stations. We thank you for listening to the business part of the meeting. Now we turn you over to the entertainment part with the Collision Band to give us entertainment for the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Whole lot of names and a whole lot of numbers, but I throw them away, cause I think I'm unlucky. Could be the Mary Jane or the spell of money, but I know what this could be. There ain't nothing history for you. You the number one. So baby, you feel it.
We're live. There we go. Say I got. We're not now. You the top one. We're not. Baby, if you ain't now. Oi, guess what? Can I get some of your love? I got. We're not now. You the top one. We're not. Baby, if you ain't now. Let me do it. Jump into. Let's go. Get up. Let me go. Jump on the back. No. On the girl, let me jump on the front line. Show me how we check now. Hey. Yeah, jump on the front line. Show me how we check now. Yeah, jump on the front line. Show me how we check now. Yeah, jump on the front line. Show me how we check now. 1, 2, 3. Gear 1. Gear 2. Gear 3. Up on the block, yeah. Gear 4. Up on the floor. Down in the console. Gear 5. Gear 5. Gear 6. We're back in the arm. Yeah, put it in reverse, yeah, shot back, boom. Get right back, yeah, shot back, get right back, yeah, shot back, get right back, yeah, shot back. What she like? She said she like to jive. She said she like to jive. Yo. She said she like to jive. She said she like to jive. What? That's what you want. Get up. Up on the block, yeah. Up on the block, I'm talking like a good show. Get 5. Get 4. Get 6. We're back in R. So get put it in reverse. Get shot back. Get right back. Get shot back. Get right back. Get shot back. Shove it back, yeah. Get right back. Right back, yeah. Get shot back. Oi. Flip it now. Girl, shift to the left side. Girl, shift to the right side. Girl, shift to the left side. Girl, shift to the right side. Girl, shift to the left. Girl, shift to the right. Every girl, Lord, accident on your bumper, girl. Accident on your bumper, girl. Walk up on your bumper, girl. Accident.
I love your style. You blow my mind. Good looking girl.
Every time. How she like it wet? Give me girl. How she like it wet? Wet it up. Wash it up. Let's go. Hey, bring it girl. I like your style. You blow my mind. Good looking girl. I like your style. You blow my mind. Good on. She like it wet. Wet it up. Hey, ladies and I who wait. Just show me how you can handle your bumper. Just show me. And I hope, just show me. Just show me how you can handle it. Handle. What you mean? Walk up. Let's say walk up. Ladies, let me go. All of the girls, girl, hand me your bumper. Check it out, girl, hand me your bumper. Girl, hand me your bumper. Don't come the side, girl, just walk up to the rhythm. Don't come the side, girl, just step up to the rhythm. Don't come the side, girl, just walk up to the rhythm. Don't come the side, girl, just. Girl, hand me your bumper. Check it out, girl, hand me your bumper. Girl, hand me your bumper. Check it out, girl, hand me your bumper. Are you? What? Yeah, big up Magnite, big up Newton, big up Village, big up Sanders, big up Saba, big up Kayan, big up the whole of Sinkins. 869, we live. You smell it? Yeah. A party time now. A party time now. Yo. Shaim. Happy belated birthday, boy. Yo. Nah. Yeah, big up the girls over there. Yeah, big up the girls. Use me. Boom. Riding time. Right on. Sexy lady. Let me go. 1, 2. Put up. Get right on. What? Right on. Say all of the girl them. Girl right on. And they go girl right on. Say all of the girl them. Girl right on. PX drop. Wet it. Woo. Again. I drop a letter to my love, I dance it, I found it, I put it in my. I don't want nobody find it. Tell me what, ladies, let's go. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, grab it, girl, touch it. Girl, grab it, grab it up, girl, touch it. Touch it up, girl, grab it, grab it up. Girl, touch it, girl, grab it, girl, touch it. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, you got the good cherry, so can I got no good cherry. Girl, grab it up, girl, touch it up. Girl, grab it up, girl, touch it. Touch up the thing, girl, grab it. Grab it up, girl, touch it up, girl. Lose me, grab it up. And this you want, and this you get. And this you want, this you get. Oi! Are you ready? She call me for me cell phone. Them young they say they love on me ringtone. I said she text me from the iPhone. Them young they say they love on me. What do you got left one? Ringtone, ringtone she hold. Ringtone, deep down in she soul. Ringtone, say up in a she hold. Ringtone, say deep down in she soul. Yo. So, which phone? iPhone. Whose legs are those? Guess what? Yo! Said she call me from the cell phone. Them young guys said they love off his ringtone. Which one? I said she call me from the iPhone. Which phone? What she want? Ringtone. Ringtone in she hold. Ringtone. Say deep down in she soul. Ringtone. Say ringtone in she hold. In a she hold. Ringtone. In a she hold. In she soul. Yo! Which phone? Hello. See where you get that news there from? Hello. See don't try to fool and try to home. Johnny got the talk and just come and set the tone. Oi, what's it say? What? You just now pick up. I wasn't home. Lie. The phone was charging. Just now pick up. What the girl them want? When the girl them need, it's not your phone, it's my phone. Go! Said she call me from the cell phone. Them girl they say they love on the ringtone. Tick-tock. She call me from the iPhone. What she want? Girl they say they love on the ringtone. Sing a long ringtone. Ringtone in she hold. Ringtone. I say no deep down in she soul. Ringtone. Say up in a she hold. In your hold. Ringtone. In your hold. In she soul. Yo! Hey ladies, just turn it backward, just turn it backward. I want every girl get up right now. Just turn it backward. You see the come. Yeah, give back the money wallet, don't even. What I go on, come. Just run it with him. Yeah, yeah. And stop drink out of your friend glass. Get your own drink. Yes. So, cheap. Cheap. Quarantine. Yeah, cheap. Quarantine. Hey, Stooge. Get loose, the man. Quarantine style. Locked up. Stooge, loose, the man. Locked up. If you come by me, I will come by you. Girl, if you come by me, I will come by you. If you come by me, you can't come by me all the time. You have to sit up now again. So let me back it up. And then you back it up. And then back it up. Right up. And then you back it up. Get up. Girl, if you come by me, make I come by you. Girl, if you come by me, I will come by you. Girl, if you come by me. Yes, so sweet, we gotta do it twice. Read them up. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Johnny. You know something here is good at it's so sweet, right? Why? It's so sweet, right? Why? You gotta ask them why. Oh, sweet. Why? To make sure. Why? You better know my love. When I push it in, when I push it in. Hey, that rhythm there sweet. I like that, yo. Rhythm up. I come out there. Hey, you coming out soon? Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet. We coming out soon. Got take it. 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 Hey ladies, take charge. This is one of my favorites. Look at the ass. Watch the ass. Even my granny said, chubby, look at the ass. Wow, wow, wow. No. Hey ladies, we ain't got to tell her about this one. This one is customary. So set up yourself. Just one more time. There we go. Every single journey. Let's go. One. Let's go. Bend over and shake it, girl. Lord. Bend over and shake it, girl. One. Bend over and shake it, girl. Bend over and shake it, girl. Watch your ass. Your way, watch your ass. Oi, you're naughty, watch your ass. Your hammer, watch your ass. Watch that now. Bend over and shake it, girl. Jiggle it. Bend over and shake it, girl. Jiggle it, baby. Bend over and shake it, girl. You know what? Bend over and shake it, girl. I see you. You're gonna be able to drive. I'm ready again. Yo. I'm ready again. Ladies. I'm ready again. Cock up time. You ready? Let's go. Get cock up for the baby. Let me go. Get cock up for the baby. Lord. Get cock up for the baby. Boy. Get cock up for the baby. Lord. Get cock up for the baby. Hey, let me go. Baby. Yes, baby, baby. Yes, baby, baby. Yes, baby, baby. Lord, get back up for the baby. Get back up for the baby. High some up, girl. Get back up for the baby. Right it up, girl. Get back up for the baby. What's got to say? Yo, Daddy. Let me go. Get back up for the baby. Get back up for the baby. Get back up for the baby. High some up, girl. Let me go. Baby. Yes, baby, baby. Yes, baby, baby. Yes, baby, baby. Oh, la, la. Boy, all the smoke, high girl. Ball and blaze. Yo, one. Light up something. Yeah. Paper planes. Hola. Yeah, that's the essence. That's the essence sometimes, yeah. But you gotta read them up again. Session nice. Let me go! Hoot. Yo, smoke high Smoke some weed, well I'm this. I've been dancing, smoke till the end. See me, I don't
circle with the boom. Oh, wow. Sticky.
Loose.
Sticky.
Loose. Baba.
Sticky.
Jack up. Jack it up. Jack up. Yeah.
Jack up.
Come on. Nice.
Yeah, jack up.
Jack up. Yeah.
Jack up.
Ready up.
Set up yourself, my man.
All of the girl, them, all of the girl, them, good up. Girl, don't you come to tip, girl. Don't you come to tip, girl. Anywhere we go. Anywhere we play. See anywhere we play. Yeah, it's official. 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 You know why it's official? It's official. I said this little bag of cup. Yeah. What? I said this little bag of chop. Yeah. So I said this little bag of rap. Yeah. Yo. This little bag of chop. Yo. Lose me. Yo. Anywhere we go. Anywhere we play. Anywhere we go. Anywhere we play. Anywhere we go. Anywhere we go. Anywhere we play. See anywhere we play. It's official. 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 Ah, you know, collision back up. What? That's a collision back around with you. What you mean? Lose me, yo. Run up. Wow. We gotta go. We gotta leave. So, huh? Ah, let me get that. Right about, right about, right about, ride, right about, ride up, y'all, ride up, y'all, ride up, y'all. See all of the girls left to them. Girl ride up, girl ride up, ride up. I'm on the rock, girl ride up, girl ride up, ride up, girl ride up, girl ride up, girl ride up, ride up, girl ride up. You see the man that girl ride up, girl man that girl ride up, girl man that girl ride up, girl man that girl. Walk up, girl. You see the man that girl ride up, girl man that girl ride up, girl man that girl ride up. Say all of the girls, girl ride up, girl ride up, girl ride up, ride up, girl ride up. Wow. Girl ride up, ride up. Oh shit. Girl ride up, girl ride up, ride up, girl ride up. Let's go. See the man that girl. What? Sing it in, sing. Hey ladies, I wanna show me why whole time you man. Sing it in your back, girl. Sing it in your back, girl. Walk up, girl. Sing it in your back, girl. Walk up, girl. Sing it in your back, girl. Walk up, girl. Sing it in your back, 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 girl. How the girl them sing it in your back, girl. Let me see you. Na na na. Girl, sing it in your back, girl. Let me see you. Girl, sing it in your back, girl. Let me see you. We gotta go now. Girl, sing it in your back, girl. Let me see you. All of the girls, them put up, put up, put up. Girl, them put it down, put up, put up, right down, 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 right down. Girl, come over, let me take you away. Take you away. Because you look so fine with so fine. Hypnotizing when you walking, girl. You really blow my mind. Sweaty Monday, get to see you guys. In a this session, get them down the ice. Got them at the valley session 5, all in the high one. To really blow my mind. Girl, come work for me. Say, 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 girl, come work for me, for me. Sing it to my girl. 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 Let me see you. Yeah, sing it to my girl. Let me see you. Yeah, sing it to my girl. Let me see you. Yeah, sing it to my girl. Let me. All of the girls, all of the girls, put up, put up, put up, put up, put up, put up, put Yeah, we gotta go. Yeah, it's been a pleasure here. Jamming the rock in here, don't know. Listen, my line, you know, it's fun. Before we go. Yeah. Secure. Big dog in the house here. Loose secure. What? We gotta go now. Let's go. Collision Mario, top man, we love you.
Okay, bye.
In the world.
The last 5 years have seen so much for the people of Central Basti and this country on a whole. I can't wait to see another term of unity.
To see my people looking for the family.
West Bastia deserves representation that puts the people of West Bastia first.
My only goal right now is to fight for the people of constituency number 4 and bring home this thing.
Look how the place full of us again. Look how the place full of energy.
This government has performed on behalf of the people of Sandy Point.
From in a different community, life on a game, me no want be enemy.
It is very clear we have a caring government which have the interests of our people first.
Some with bad mind can't go well possessed with them evil mess, but I will
choose hope over despair. Choose unity over division.
Look how the nation is on the rise. Look how the place just full of vibes. East and west got to civilize. Our twin federation is on the rise.
As Prime Minister, I am satisfied that when you voted and you gave Team Unity the opportunity to serve you, you made the best choice for St. Kitts and Nevis.
Look at me calling to me brother them from in a different community. Life on a game, me no want be enemy. Peace don't exist in violent heart, and it does not mean to be in a society where there is no noise, trouble, or hard work, but to be in the midst of it with a calm heart.